Hello and welcome to Please Watch Our Spooky Podcast. I'm your host Connor, and he's my co-host McPherson. Guys, this is crazy. I'm right beside him.
That's right. We're doing this together for once because this kid doesn't have internet.
Guys, my landlord knocked out my internet for 5 days. I got a text from him saying it's back on, and I'm like, oh. Anyways, that's my life.
That's right. Today, we're talking about Coraline.
Coraline is a film that was made in the year 2009. Oh, fuck. The year 2009. It was directed, guys, give me a minute.
By Henry Selick.
Henry Selick. And it was
awesome.
It was one of the first films to be released by the studio from Leica Studios, which is a stop motion studios. They just make stop motion movies all the time. A little information about their co-founder. So if their movie doesn't make a lot of money, fun fact, the co-founder, Travis Knight, is the son of Phil Knight, the co-founder of Nike, which is why the studio is still able to make films easy, because they got that Nike money. So this guy, Travis Knight, is my favorite Nepo baby. I don't know about McPherson, but he's my favorite Nepo baby.
Yes, I totally relate to that.
Okay. Do you want to get in?
Let's get into this. Okay. Coraline is an awesome movie. First of all, if anyone's listening to this and they haven't watched it first, please
just watch it.
Go watch it.
Watch it. It's an hour and 40 minutes.
I never watched this when I was a kid. Apparently a lot of people did. I don't know if that's a good idea or not.
I watched it.
Wow.
Guys, I watched it when I was I went to a party and I watched it and it gave me nightmares, but I was 7. So don't, if you're 22, you're fine.
You better not get scared by this or we will make fun of you.
Guys, I was 7 years old when I watched it. It scared me, but if you're 22, you'll be fine.
To be fair though, if you have arachnophobia, maybe sit this one out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of spiders.
Yes. Okay, so the start of the movie is a beautiful intro with so much detail.
Yeah.
You see a doll be made right in front of your eyes.
In stop motion.
Which
probably took 2 months at least.
And you see these creepy little scissor hands, Edward Scissorhand kind of thing, making these dolls, taking out a stuffing from a bear, taking that out, and then filling it up with sand or sawdust.
That's an interesting part of it. I guess she fills all of them with sand. That's later revealed.
Yeah.
Kind of strange.
Anyways,
start of the movie, right? We have Coraline, who is moving to a new house with her family. Mm-hmm. Her family kind of ignores her a lot. Mm-hmm. She's an only child, obviously.
Obviously.
That's just the way it is. But throughout the start of the movie, you can see Coraline exploring her new house, and she's neglected by her parents a lot, so she has to kind of just explore things by herself.
She is very much neglected. You have a conversation with both her parents. Her dad her mom is like, Coraline, get out of here.
I'm trying to work.
Coraline, there's something. You're not given a whole lot of detail about why they're there, but you get an idea that something happened. And something that we noticed today, just watching over clips, that the mom has a neck brace because of an accident. So we don't know what happened onward to make them move there, but they moved there because of certain things leading up to this accident.
Yeah.
And then the dad's on the computer just typing away.
Doing his thing.
He became a meme, so you know what? That's worth it.
Oh, yeah. But, so... yeah, she gets to explore around. First day, she doesn't really do too much. It's kind of a good, safe situation to, show, what's going on without any risks or stakes or anything interesting. You just get to explore the world, and obviously it's well done. It's a beautiful place. It's a simple spot. There's, fog everywhere. You don't get to see around you, but there's detail everywhere.
Yeah. Even though it's, a foggy, disgusting place, it looks gross, but there's still a beauty to it. It's very much... fall.
Yeah.
It's spooky. But yeah, then we see her meet a neighbor named why can I not talk? Named YB.
Homeboy YB.
And YB's like, where are you from? Where are you from, Coraline?
And Coraline's a hard chick. She's like, you know what? I hate you.
Why be more like why be alive?
Yeah, no. They had a bit of a feud at first, I guess, but you know what? YB's cool. I like YB.
YB is cool. Yes, agree.
I would say to explain YB, he's definitely an inventor. He's a creative guy, but he's also very awkward. It looks like he's been living here his whole life for sure.
He has a hunchback. He has a bit of a hunchback. That's fine though, and a welding helmet on.
Adds to his character, honestly.
Honestly, we love welders on this podcast, guys.
Go YB.
Also, it's so quick. Next morning, she gets a little gift from YB, and it's a doll
Of her.
And what would you do in that situation?
You know, to add to that, it's not just a doll. It's a doll in the exact clothing she was wearing when she got to the house.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. The movie kind of plays over it. If that happened to me, I'd be very weirded out. But she's just like, that's kind of funky. Whatever.
I would throw that doll out.
Yeah, a little weird. But apparently, he found it in her grandma's, just trunk. Somehow. I don't know how. The movie doesn't explain it.
It's very subtle things, so, the idea is probably, there's multiple dolls, and maybe Coraline's, the last doll that the other mother made, because, I don't know, it's weird. It's very, ooh.
Point is, the main antagonist in this movie, she can manipulate a lot of things that you would think she would not be able to. She probably sent that doll into this realm.
Mm.
She made it and she just whisked it into, real life.
Mm.
She definitely has the power to do that, I would say.
Yeah.
Alright, so, from there, she wakes up one night.
She goes she looks for around, she sees a door, right? A little tiny door in, we'll call it, a common area room. It's not a living room or anything.
Yeah, a little crawl space door.
Yeah, and then her mother's like, if I get this open for you, you need to zip it.
Gotta leave me alone.
You need to shut the fuck up, Coraline. She opens the door and it's a brick. And then she's like, okay, fine.
This place sucks.
And then she goes to bed and I'll let you talk.
Right. So she goes to bed and she hears a mouse. That's enough for her to be curious and just go downstairs.
Mm.
And the mouse leads her directly to the door. Obviously, her being curious, she opens the door. And obviously, there's just a portal to another realm, basically.
Would you walk through that?
Oh, yeah.
You would?
I would.
I
That's
would.
so cool.
I wouldn't do it by myself.
Who are you going to talk to, though? Your parents who don't give a fuck and they're sleeping?
It's true. She's an only child. See, if I did that, I have siblings, and I would bring my sibling with me.
Just get your gang of siblings to help you in there.
And then we all die together. We all become dolls.
But, so, this gets to the main juice of it. The story here is that she finds an alternate realm, or world, that is exactly like hers, except everything is the way she wants it to be.
Including her parents. She wants her mom to be a cook. Her dad's a cook in her universe, and the dad's, not a great cook. So I wonder how good the mom is. But, the mom's cooking food. There's a scene that she's like, oh, here comes the gravy train. I'm like, oh.
That's a really well put scene as well.
It's and the food looks so good.
This is really cool.
The food looks so good. But yeah, basically you don't really see anything wrong with this other world.
Aside from everyone has button eyes, what do you mean you don't see anything wrong?
Hey.
The first thing she says when she sees other mom is, you're not my mom. Because she clearly has big black button eyes.
Side note, Coraline's smart. She's smart.
And dumb.
And dumb.
But mostly smart.
And an only child.
Yeah. You gotta stand up for yourself.
But yeah, nothing really happens the first night, right?
Yeah, she gets to experience the world a little bit. Yeah, I would say that the other mom doesn't have too much control. She's trying to lure her in at the start. She's not making any big moves. She's just trying to be like, hey, this world, way better than where you came from, for sure.
And Coraline's like, yeah, I believe you. I just had I had gravy from a gravy train.
I'm sold. Let me in.
And yeah, she goes to bed, and then she wakes up the next day back home.
Yeah.
Which, okay, it really creeped me out, because, she didn't go through the door. So the other mother or something carried her through when she's asleep to the other to our own world.
It does also lead into the theory that she never left, though. It's possible. It's definitely possible. I don't know. I don't want to go there. I like the simple story of Coraline. Like, there's some complexities, but honestly, you have to dive into those yourself.
Yes.
There's a lot of things that they don't answer that you have to go, think about it yourself. Because even after I watched this movie, I was thinking about it for, like, days on ends. Like, that's interesting. I wonder why they didn't go into that. And I was like,
I was thinking about my Wi-Fi not being on, so...
Yeah, I got to experience this movie plenty. It was awesome.
Jealous. But yeah, then she basically... So Coraline sees, like, on her on her French porch, like, a bunch of cheese. And she's like, ew. She's like, oh, they smell. So she brings them up to her neighbor upstairs. What's his name again? The guy who voices the neighbor. What's his name?
The Russian guy. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Sergey.
Mr. Surrey, who is voiced by the guy who produced or directed, or maybe he's in it.
He's a big deal.
He's in John Wick, which is a movie we're definitely going to talk about one day. Like, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, we're going to go into that, like, when she comes back to the normal world. But the main thing that the movie's trying to point out at that point is that life sucks in the real world compared to the normal. Like, things still suck. Her parents are still ignoring her.
Yeah.
So not great.
Still an only child.
Still an only child.
But yeah. But yeah, she's kind of... She has a longing for to go back, right? She's like, I hope it wasn't a dream. She's like telling her parents about it, and they're like, okay, Coraline.
Obviously not believing her.
Like, whatever. And then she's up talking to her neighbor upstairs, and then she's like, my mice told me about your other world.
The little
door there. And he's like, okay. Does she go downstairs after to talk to...
Yeah, that's when she goes to talk to her other neighbors, Miss April and Miss Miriam.
Which one has...
Which one has the big bazonkers?
Like, oh my god.
They're huge. Wow.
No, because sometimes you forget things. Because I watched this when I was a child, and you forget things, right?
Okay, so what was Mr. Sergey doing before, right?
Oh, so there's like a theory, because he has like a medal and his skin is blue, that he was one of the many people. He was one of the people who like stopped the
Chernobyl reactor.
And
which is weird that it's low-key based on real life things.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Like, people's skin did go blue, right?
No, but like, I find it weird that, like, this is kind of based in our reality.
Yeah.
Because Chernobyl happened in real life.
Yeah.
It happened in this movie, so it's like, okay, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
But, the other characters, Miss April and Miss Miriam... Mm-hmm. Weren't they like they did shows?
They were actresses on the stage
/ kind of opera singers, which is cool. But when Coraline goes over to like introduce herself, they're kind of washed up. They're not as cool as they used to be.
They have dogs.
Too many dogs. Many dead dogs, which is so funny.
I love how Coraline pointed them out, and she's like, yeah, they're dead, It's like, maybe stuff them.
Every time a dog dies, she only likes this one breed of dog, and she has 20. Every time one dies, she gets it stuffed and gets, like, angel wings on it and throws it on a shelf.
It's kind of... Oh my goodness, I know who the cat actor is. He's, like, a big actor, too. Keith David. He's a big actor. He was in Community. He
becomes a bigger character later on.
Yeah.
For now, he's just a cat.
Sorry, guys. That was just my little...
Keith David.
I'm a little fan of him, actually. Anyways. But yeah, the little actresses are like, yo, drink some tea. And then you see them do stuff with the leaves in the tea, and it's a hand.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like,
they're doing like a palm reading, but with tea for some reason.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
Whatever, that's fine.
And they're like, Coraline, you're in danger. And then the other one's like, no, you're not. You're going to go to the zoo. So you're like, who knows?
I'm sorry. This is one of those Coraline dumb moments. She got two warnings that she might be in danger. And she's like, nah. Coraline's too cool for that.
No, she's going to go back. Like, if we were in school, Coraline would look at us and be like, you guys are kind of nerdy.
Yeah, no. Coraline would, like, kick ass.
Yeah.
For sure.
But yeah,
she just ignores all their advice and goes to bed, hoping
goes-
she'll go back to the alternate world.
she leaves cheese out this time.
Gotta get those mice back to lead her back.
Exactly. And then the mice come back, and she goes back into the world. And then other mothers like, thanks for the cheese, and she's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then then other mothers like, yo, you remember that kid you were talking to, YB? This is him, but he can't talk.
And she's like, hell yeah. Because
Like,
she finds
I
YB
love it.
annoying, which, fair enough for
Yeah.
YB. He's a bit of a strange guy, but you know what? I love YB.
All my homies love YB, guys.
But once again, other mom is trying to impress her.
Yeah.
Every time she comes through the door, she gets a huge meal. And, like, back at home, she's eating, like, spinach.
Spinach.
Kids don't like spinach,
Yeah.
so
It doesn't...
Coraline's not having it.
They did, like, something that I love that you can do, like, stop motion, is their food could either look amazing or just disgusting.
It looks pretty cool in the scene.
Like, the scene, the first meal, you see that food and you're like, me as an adult, I don't want to eat that food. Me as a child, disgusting. Me in the other mother world, like, I want to eat that food.
But one thing that is interesting about the movie, well, this gets explained, but the first time she goes into the dimension, we're kind of backtracking here, she had a poison ivy stain
Yeah.
on her arm. And when she woke up the next morning, like, other mother put mud on it to heal it up. And it was gone the next morning, confirming that this is real. None of it's a
Also,
dream.
Other father, he can sing.
And actually be cool.
Dun making up a song about Coraline.
Really cool scene. Awesome. That probably took forever as well,
I know.
honestly.
Oh my gosh. Everything. How long? You sent me a
I was about to say,
screenshot,
by the way, everyone, this movie took over 4 years to make.
Which is why when a stop motion movie comes out, you should buy it and watch it in theaters.
And appreciate the hell out of it. A lot
Yeah.
of work goes into this.
Yes.
This has to be my favorite stop motion movie of all time. I haven't watched too many, so, you know, take that with a grain of salt. But this has to be my favorite.
As someone who used to make little stop motion videos on its iPod Touch,
This is for sure better, what you know.
when he was 13, and that took me hours. This it's much better.
Yes.
But yeah, so night 2, oh my gosh, night 2 happens. She goes to a little fair, right?
Yeah, she does.
She goes? Okay. And you see all these little mice, and they're cute,
Doing their thing.
doing their thing, having
Once
fun.
again, other mother's trying to lure her into the perfect world. Because she's having a blast.
Yeah.
Even new YB with his button eyes, she's liking YB.
Yeah.
And I want to point this out because YB is already kind of a strange character at first, but you kind of get a feel for how YB is. But new YB, he turns into like a cartoon. His movements are very exaggerated. He's literally like a ragdoll on strings, as if he's being pulled by something. His legs and arms are all wonky, the way he walks. But at the same time, he has a forced smile on him at all times. He looks cheerful.
Yeah. And it's not, he literally wants Coraline to get out of there. Like,
That's one thing I found interesting. They are sentient. They're not all like mind controlled. They kind of feel bad because they know they're luring her into a trap.
exactly.
They know what they're doing is wrong for sure.
But yeah.
But is the second night where they give her the offer? Or is that third night?
The third night. And I think maybe go to the end of second night. Guys, we're going to cut this out maybe. Probably not though.
Do it. You need to do your editing stuff, dude.
I don't want to be like that guy in the chair.
Just do it.
Oh, it's candy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, gloves. You're cutting this out now.
I
You
will have
no
to cut
choice.
this out, yeah. We're cutting. I don't...
Yeah, she just wakes up. I guess night goes pretty well in general.
Yeah. She meets other YB. She meets the guy, the neighbor upstairs. What's his name again?
Mr. Yeah, that name always gets away. Sergey.
Sergey. Okay,
And
fantastic.
once again, everyone she sees in the other world is better than their normal selves.
Yeah.
Sergey, he's not a washed-up performer anymore. He's really talented. He's got his army of mice, and he's really, really good at it.
Yeah.
He can set up an entire show, and it's really well done.
And then Yeah, and she goes shopping for mom. Coraline wants to buy gloves that are $26.
Yeah, I don't know what's inflation in this world. I don't know what country she's in.
U.S. They're in Oregon.
Right. They are in America.
I know,
26 bucks is a lot of money.
$26 for mitts?
Whoa.
I don't relate to the mom a lot. She's kind of mean to Coraline, but like in that situation, I'm like, I'm not buying you mitts for 20. Like, they were knitted mitts too. They're not like they're good mitts that would keep your fingers from frostbite.
Dude, they might be Gucci mitts though.
But were they gonna keep your fingers from frostbite?
Maybe.
In a Canadian winter?
We're not in Canada. What the fuck you just said?
Oregon's like...
Not in Canada.
Oregon on a map?
Okay. Anyway, though, she gets back from the mall with her mom, and her mom has to go, neglecting her again. And she gets the bright idea to see if she can go into the other world before nighttime, because up until then, every time it's nighttime, she's been lured into it.
And
this
thinks
time,
it's a dream.
she wants to go check it out on herself, see if there's a brick wall or if she can actually go.
She did the most only child thing and stacked up all the books to get a key all by herself, and then she went into the room.
And what you know? It works.
It's not fake. She's not dreaming.
It worked again. This, at this point, confirms it's 100% real, and she can just go here whenever.
Yeah.
So she's getting further manipulated at this point.
Yeah.
This is also the point where we get to meet the cat.
Yep.
Up until then, the cat just seems to be like a wandering cat.
And if you ever watch the trailers for Coraline, the cat says, "You think everything in this world is perfect, but you're wrong."
The cat knows everything.
If you watch the trailer when you were like 7 or 8 or older, you know what we're talking about here. But yeah, then she goes to watch a play.
And wow.
Yeah, you see a lot.
Tiggle bitties. That's all I gotta say.
You know, you guys, I don't know if you know about this, but there's like a thing on TikTok. Someone threw their bra to Drake, and Drake is like, "Whoa, what are these?" That was someone drew like a comically large bra at Drake, and they were like, it's to the point they're so big.
I think the effect works though, because even Coraline's shocked.
Yeah,
it was supposed to shock you, but once again, they actually do pull off a good show. These are the two neighbors, those two, Miss April and Miss Miriam, and they put on a great show. They're not washed up in the other world. They're actually talented. Oh, straight. Her boobs are bigger than her heads, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god.
That hurts. That would hurt so much to move.
Oh yeah, okay, that part was weird. They slip out of their skin, and next thing you know, they're even better than before.
And they're younger. So this movie's saying old people are awful. Sorry, I need to recover from that. Oh my gosh.
But after this, other mother goes in for the kill. She tries to get Coraline to join her in the world and stay forever. Shut up, bitch. You've been stuttering this entire fucking time.
You're like my sister. No. But yeah, Coraline, they're like, you can change your eye colors.
You can stay here forever.
You just gotta put button in your eyes. It's like, not that big of a deal, Coraline. No. Gaslight. And Coraline's like, I don't really want buttons in my eyes.
She doesn't immediately say no, though. She tries to stall.
Yeah.
See, like, oh, I gotta go to bed. You know, like, oh, I'll sleep on it, guys.
She goes up to her bed and she falls asleep. And unlike before, she's still in the other world.
That's pretty spooky.
She can't fall asleep. She's like in the bed, and I'm like, oh, this would be my nightmare. Not being able to wake up, like not being able to go back
home. Can't wake up from your nightmare.
It's like she's trapped there now.
So she wakes up and she goes to see her family. Other family, obviously. Yeah. And this is where she starts to realize that the cat was right about everything being a trap. Mm-hmm. She talks to her dad, who is still trying to play along, but he's starting to lose his grip on being awesome in front of Coraline, because he knows. Mm-hmm. He knows everything. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Other mother, it's like, Coraline, you're being a little bitch. And
yeah, she's still stalling, and Coraline's not a fucking fan.
Coraline gets put in this mirror, and then she meets 3 ghosts, and the 3 ghosts are like, yo, can you give us our eyes back? Because we're trapped in here because we
did what you did, basically.
She took her eyes away, and Coraline's like, okay, cool. Coraline is able to go home because of other YB. Other YB saved her ass.
Let's go.
And then she goes home and her parents are gone. And then she has to go to bed. And I laughed when I saw this. She had to make like little pillow versions of her parents. And she's like, "Good night, Mom. Good night, Dad." And then she starts to cry. That's only child behavior.
Nice one, Caroline. I thought you were tough. You're not tough.
But yeah, anyways, and then
and then YB just flat out calls her crazy because Coraline like admits to all the things that's happening. He's like, "Nah, you're crazy, dude."
It's valid.
Valid, yeah,
It's
of course,
valid.
for sure.
Then she goes down to talk to her, the actors, and they're like, "We're gonna give you this little thingy to help you see things."
I wish I learned more about that because there's no.
I don't know how they know.
They literally chopped up a bunch of old taffy that's hard as a rock and made like a tool that allowed you to see into like. Allowed you to see the eyes of the I don't know.
Yeah, no.
I don't know how they did that.
But they did.
This was kind of at the point where I was thinking of the theory that maybe this is all her imagination. I don't believe that.
No.
But there's like a plausible, like a kid could take an inanimate object and make it into something more cool than it is.
Quick side note, they're starting to make wings for another dog.
Which is awesome.
It's awesome. But yeah, then Coraline's like, "I have to go get my parents." And then you see the cat. The cat's like, "Yo."
This is dangerous, dude.
And then the cat goes in. The cat saved her life at this point. If the cat didn't follow her in that little tunnel, she would be fucked. Like,
oh, yeah.
The cat literally said the other mother likes a game. If you do like a challenge or a game, she'll do it. Like, if I was Coraline's age, I wouldn't think about that, right? I'd be like, "Can you give me back my parents?" And I'll be dead.
I'm pretty sure the little kid said that, not the cat.
No, the cat definitely said it.
I don't know.
I promise you.
Okay. I swore that was the tip. I thought that was the tip the little kids gave. Like, oh,
they said,
by the way, she likes a game.
No, because like the cat and the kids said it probably. I don't know, but I remember the cat saying it because I'm pretty sure I wrote it down.
Go cat.
Nope, I didn't write it down. Anyways.
It never happens.
She's in there. She sees her mom. She runs up to her mom. It's the other mother.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bitch. And then the other mom's like, she has like an hour to find all the eyes of the other children.
The missing children.
And Coraline's like, "Okay, bet." And then
she's got a lot of stuff on her plate at this point. She has to save her family, which she has no idea where her parents are. And has to like free the kids' souls.
She also finds out around this point that like if you walk straight, you're just gonna come back to the house because that's how big the world is.
Yeah, the way I would like to think of this is like it's almost like I don't know, like a Minecraft world. She built this entire world by herself, the other mother, to be exactly the way she wanted it. Once you go out of the zone, there's just nothing there because she didn't work out there. Exactly. Coraline's not going out there, but she does.
And then she just comes back. She fights her other dad, and the dad kind of gives her a thing like the one eye.
One of the eyes.
And then she goes down to the theater, and they wanted to give you a little jump scare, and they kind of prepared you for it. The two ladies like
they were in like some weird egg sack thing.
It was weird.
That was weird. Also, there were bat dogs, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Go bat dogs.
We love that. No, absolutely.
The point is, Coraline kicked all of their asses.
Did she also fight the last guy too?
Who was the last guy?
The Russian. What's his name? You know, the guy.
Oh yeah, no, she kicks his ass too.
Obviously. And then she loses the key, but she can't find her parents in time. And then basically, she lost the stuff because of that. The cat brings it back to her. She sees her parents in a snow globe, breaks the snow globe, and then she throws the cat at the other mother, and then she gets out of there, locks the door, gets the other mother also.
That was the scariest part.
Yeah, the other mother also swallows the key. So she's like, my parents are like, somehow she got out of the coffin mom. She was smart. She said like, my parents are right there, right? They're on the other side of the door. She coughs up the key, opens it, and then she's able to get the key from that.
Yeah.
And then everything becomes spider web. She also got the eyes off the mother.
This is kind of the point where other mother stops pretending to be like who Caroline wants to be. This is like her true form.
Yeah.
She's, I don't know if I'd go demon.
Like witch demon?
She's explained as like a witch creature. She's been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
And yeah.
and then like everything from the spider web, she climbs out, and then she locks the door, and it's so scary. It's a little.
They're
scary.
really hammering at the door, like
Yeah.
she wants. In the screaming,
Yeah.
really good voice acting. She nailed that part.
But yeah, and then Coraline goes to bed. Her parents are back. Great, awesome. And then she's like, "Yo." Parents don't believe her about anything. They don't remember anything either. So another thing that's like, it could be a dream.
Could be a dream.
Who knows?
Who knows?
And then yeah.
The main other mother's hand does escape at one point.
Yeah.
But I mean, why be the fucking hero? Kills it.
Kills it with a rock.
Awesome.
Throws it in the water. Throws it down the well.
Like a boss.
And then they all end the movie with gardening. That's Coraline, guys. We did it.
It's a great, not even great ending. The whole movie's awesome.
The whole movie's good. Okay, you can give your review.
How many? Oh, what are we gonna rate
Dog
it
with wings.
We're doing dead dogs.
With wings?
Half a wing.
Half a wing?
These
Okay.
guys didn't quite make it to heaven, unfortunately. I'm giving this an easy 9 dogs and a half.
Okay, my Letterboxd review would be this movie. When I was like 7, I watched this movie. It was really scary. Now that I'm 22,
You can appreciate the art.
Now I'm 22, love the art, the story's great, and it's not scary anymore. Would recommend if you're 22 plus.
Oh yeah, and if you don't have arachnophobia, because
if
this would fuck someone up if they. That
Or
part
like-
where she turns into a spider.
Yeah.
Terrifying if you have arachnophobia. Please do not watch this if you have that.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my recommend. This is the movie that I recommended for this week. We're doing so this month we're gonna do spooky movies. It's October, so our podcast is now called Please Watch Our Spooky Podcast.
Very creative, as you can see.
Thank you. So I don't know what our next podcast is going to be.
We're gonna post something.
We'll post something. We'll keep you informed. Anyways, this has been a hell of a thing to record. Fuck Rogers. All my homies hate Rogers. I'm Connor. I'm saying goodbye.
Thank you all for stopping by.
Turn it off.